All right, welcome back to another episode of the Near Fish Experience. I'm Dave, and in this video, this episode, what I'm going to do is review some of the fish that I have caught in the first part of the season here, some of the footage that I've captured, and just give you a little walkthrough of some of the type of environments that we're fishing in this part of the world early in the season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my photos and my footage. So what I've done is I've created an album on my computer here of all the footage and anything related to Near Fish Experience from the very first opening day. Obviously I've got some animations. Yeah, this will kind of give you an idea, when you're coming up with a YouTube channel and ideas, sometimes it takes a little while to settle on the type of design, a logo, and that kind of thing. So this was my sort of draft logo, and obviously you've seen my newer one. I really like this one. I may even end up adding a fly or something to the end of the line. So obviously the idea is this is fishing line, this is kind of to represent fishing line, but the N, Near Fish Experience. And this fish is designed to intentionally not represent any specific species. I did that once before when I created an online fishing discussion forum and photo gallery long before Facebook. And we did the same kind of thing, and I think it worked really well. So, but anyway, I'm going to go all the way back through, obviously, day one. Oh, my camera date is wrong, but this was, I believe, around opening day. That's the way it can be in this part of the world early in the season. So this is the second day out. Just a little creek. So what I'm doing this time of year is I am cruising around looking, especially if we have water, and we did have some water. We had some rain, some snow melt, and I'm looking for these creeks that kind of fill up. Let's see if I can scroll through, get through some of this, get to some actual footage. I'm going to mute these so I can actually just talk through it. So this was a little creek not far from a really busy road, right off the side of a busy road. And I was driving by and I looked up, and I've never fished this creek before. Okay, so there's the road, there's where I parked. People are driving by all the time. Let me just pull that back. Oh, all right. And so what I did was I was like, that looks really good, and let's see if I have it in this video. So here you can see looking upstream, and this is looking into the pool that I found, or that run. So I know this isn't super clear right here, but I'll switch it to some other pictures. But from the road I could see that there was this pool here, kind of a pool slash run, and this looks very trouty. I didn't expect there to be monsters in here, but I kind of figured there would be something. You've got the fast water moving down here. Actually, maybe I have a picture. Yeah, here's a picture. So you've got the fast water kind of blowing down on this side, and then you have this sort of calm area here. Let me view this full screen if I can. Yeah. And whenever I see this foam on the water here, like a still part of the pool where there's some foam, that's where we typically look for the trout. Now they're not always sitting in under here, way under, but oftentimes you're going to find them from the edge of this current into maybe this region, and that's exactly where my first little trout of the season was holding. Now as we get more, the water warms up, the air warms up, we get more hatches and insects, and everything's kind of flowing down these brooks. Yeah, those insects are going to kind of pool and collect in here, so the trout will just kind of hang around here and pick them off as they see it come down. So that's drive. Yeah, this is I think I did a video on this. When I'm cruising around, I like to listen to Joel Osteen. You know, whether that's something that appeals to you or not, I find you know, listening to his show kind of uplifting. So I like that. Highly recommend it if it's something that you're looking for. This is another creek. This is dumping into a little tidal bay. There were no fish on this particular day here. I think this would be a spot more when the sea trout start to run. And in this region of the province I live in, the sea trout typically don't show up in these estuaries until I think it's sometime in June. So we'll see how that goes if we have water at that time. Just some more pictures and footage of the water running by. This is where it spills in. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is just kind of skip through. I've done a lot of outings. I have not seen a fish, but I am sticking to my commitment of fishing somewhere once a day, no matter how hard it is to do, to find the time. We had some snow. This is when I dug out the fly rod again. This particular creek, I usually do well early in the season. It was tricky this year. I didn't catch my first one there till yesterday. A lot of snowy days. I think this is where I catch my, not my first one of the year. Let me go to my fish. So this is the teeny tiny trout that kicked off the season for me. All right. So, you know, that thing is all of, you know, 3.5, 4 inches long, hit my inline spinner. I safely released him. He was only hooked by one of the hooks and got him back. This is number 2, which is, I've never really had success underneath a roadway overpass. This trout, I would have expected the fish to be sitting here in this area, or at least on this side where the current was stronger, but this trout was sitting right in here, which is kind of odd, but I'll play the clip. And he's a little better. He's probably, you know, 5 inches long. I get him in here, get my hand wet, and do a quick release on him as well. But beautiful little fish. See all the marks on our speckled trout. I safely release him. He flicks off the hook. Away he goes. Everything's good. And and then this was number 3. Just yesterday, as of the time recording this video, I did it vertically. A little better size, tiny bit larger, same creek, upstream a little bit, and a little bit of a still water, was hanging out right by the edge of a rock. I had to put the camera down so I could work on getting him free. And beautiful, again, beautiful little fish. And away he goes. Swam right off back into the pool. So that's kind of a snapshot of my early season activity. You know, I'm using a 5-weight sage rod with a Lamson reel. I should change my line because it's been a while, but I will as the season goes on. This was, of course, a snowy day. You know, this is the kind of creeks that I'm walking and fishing. As you can see, you know, that down here looks really good. I know last year I hooked a decent one in that little run right there, but there were no fish when I was there this year, that particular day. If we continue to get water and the brooks have a good water level, I will go back in there and give it another try. especially as things warm up and the insects and the flies are around. These are nice spots to flick a dry fly, and you can quickly move through there. So that's kind of how my early season looks like. Again, I do appreciate you tuning into the show. I'm going to have lots more episodes talking about gear, specific footage. I did get an action camera, and I do have a drone. So we're going to be having all kinds of different footage as the season unfolds. I'm hoping to capture enough through the season to even run through the whole winter of creating episodes for you. So yeah, so that's it for this one, the near fish experience. Remember, every day you spend fishing is potentially another day you add to your life. Take care, like, subscribe, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one.